the climbing all over his castle is incredible. They couldn't use me for this because I couldn't be able to do this. I couldn't climb that building. The problem with going up that high is if you're seeing if they're coming at every angle, how do you get out? Because you got to get down from where you're at, and you're giving them time to surround you. Yeah, I think parkour would be good. I think it would help. Anything like that would help getting your mission accomplished and killing and hitting your targets. I like the agility. I mean, if that was me doing it, I think I'd break my legs doing this. But it was like, I'm looking at him saying, wow, this guy can jump, climb, he's quick. He's fast. It's one thing. I mean, I really enjoy when they're quick. I mean, because of the action I'm talking about. I don't know how realistic that is, but the action's good. Now, I would have missed one of these already, so if this was me, I don't think it would work out too well for the team. Yeah, jumping from that high is a little far-fetched, I guess. I do like anytime they don't use, I mean, in this, they don't have the guns. It's the, not modern day. So it's a lot with, I think they used to have the one-shot pellet guns, you know, the guns, I think they had back then, I'm not sure. Wound to the throat, yeah. They hit your jugular anywhere near it, you're going to bleed out, choke to death on your own blood, so it's pretty quick. And moving around like this, I mean, these are the ancient days, so I guess the only movement is without ropes. Well, they had ropes, but without any kind of technology. Besides that, some of these moves are incredible. Him on a tree right there is like, I guess he took a lot of gymnastics in school somewhere. Yeah, I mean, this is incredible movement. It's a game, so, you know, it's okay. Realistically, this is not happening. And these people are just walking by a body on the street, and nobody blinked an eye. Yeah, I mean, throwing the coins, I guess back then was the only thing they had. But yeah, there's a lot of, you know, actually when guys are doing robberies in town, they'll have a distraction on the other side of town, so the police go to that side, and they all converge there, and then you can get away with what you're doing. Mostly they do it during robberies, not so much during a hit, because you don't want to have any kind of noise at all. It's something that does happen and does occur. Him standing still like this and just watching these guys engage, I don't think is the smartest thing to do. But again, it's a distraction for where he's trying to go. The kills are quick that he does. Again, but if it's white knife, I didn't notice he had a knife in his hand on that. I think he just stabbed him in the back. They're very aggressive. Yeah, another stab. I mean, they're single guys. He's getting the jump on them. So in reality, that part is very realistic. And nobody's really checking or following him or seeing where he's going. It's just, I don't think he has any kind of anybody that's really knows that he's even there or where his mission is. I'm not sure myself what his mission is here. With distraction again to get him to turn his back so he can get behind him. Chigat is pretty realistic. I want to see what he does with two guys. Not really, not that fast. They're just standing there, especially when he grabs the one guy, the other guy doesn't react. So the climbing all over his castle is incredible. They couldn't use me for this because I couldn't be able to do this. I couldn't climb that building. I mean, these are some crazy stunts they're doing, and I don't know what he just shot out, an arrow or something. I don't know what that was. And nobody noticing him on top of the building's a little strange. Sitting on a rooftop, standing on a rooftop. I'm not sure what he's throwing when he's tossing something that's bringing the attention to them. Yeah, I don't know about that. Jumping from roof to roof like this is... I think he's still went out the back of that little hut, outhouse, whatever that's supposed to be. Yeah, I mean, again, he's been moving quickly, and then for one guy to take that long for the one guy and slow everything down, I don't like that part. I like anything where it's when you sneak on somebody the way he's doing now. In that situation, I prefer a gun over a knife or any basic gun. You don't have to be that close. and the chances of being caught, it secures you a little more than getting close on top, especially when there's several guys. It's just the way you're sneaking up on them. Somebody could sneak on him if they getting that close. And he has no backup, so he can't see the blind side of himself if somebody's coming from anywhere. He seems to have a lot of trees and stuff to hide behind, bushes and whatnot. But again, these are slow movement. After all these people being killed, he's stuck in a general area. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 people that I see with 1, 2, 3 at least. That's very difficult, especially back then without any guns. Because the longer he takes, the more people are called, the yelling, the screaming brings an army of guys. He's in their camp. At this point, everybody would know he's there. But he's got a ladder finally, so I like that. He can get up there. When we were kids, we run those roofs, so that's kind of realistic. We used to play games, what they used to call hide and seek, and we'd run across roofs like that. That part is realistic. We used to jump roofs after roof if they're close enough. And you get used to the balancing part of it. It's just the second nature.
Get more men up on those walls. Make sure those gates are locked.
The communication, he has no communication with anybody. That's one of the things. I mean, obviously because you're back in those days, there is no way to communicate, so he would have needed some help somehow with other guys. Even if they would have placed a couple of people on that compound that were helping him. Spies for him or something. He needed some help. I think going to higher ground is always a smarter position in any fight, war, because of visibility, because fighting down is a lot better than fighting up. That part I like. I think that's a good move. In any situation, you just don't want to go in blindly. I wish they would have put people that were against him, but on his side as agents. Somebody to help him move around the compound. It looks like modern day gas, the tear gas, kind of. I'm not sure if they had gases of any sort back then, but it looks like modern day that they're helping him with. I like movement down these chambers. That's pretty cool. I just don't know how he's deciding on moving down these chambers blindly without any intel. Especially after all the killings out in the courtyards. They have to be all over looking for him. Now here I would have climbed up on them. They're not that high. And then take them from the upper. And he's throwing some sort of gas and then he's killing. That's kind of, it's cool. It's like, I'm like, wow, look, where's he getting this gas from? We would have different distractions. I would have something different. You'd have a car accident. You'd have something else to distract them, to come around at them. This movement is, I like the movement when they're moving fast like this. It's more realistic that he's getting where he wants to go instead of slowly moving through these courtyards after all this. And then climbing to higher ground's also smart because you can see who's coming after you. But to climb this high, it changes back to more of a game than realistic. The roof running is okay. We all did it. The problem with going up that high is if they're coming at every angle, how do you get out? Because you got to get down from where you're at, and you're giving them time to surround you. And I'm still wondering where he's getting that gas from as a diversion. I'm not seeing him drop it. No one's seeing that diversion of smoke. Anybody that's in those courtyards, why is anybody seeing some of that? Again, that makes it not as realistic, more of a game, which is enjoyable. I just don't like when they slow it down to some parts. I like it when he's moving and there's a lot of action. I like to keep the action flowing. Like some of this, when he's hitting somebody in a courtyard like that, and there's a lot of people around, there'd be all kinds of screaming and yelling and chaos. The game was exciting. Sometimes when they lulled a little bit because they got a little technical on certain hits, and I think it was a little bit they could have speeded up on those occasions. There was a couple. There wasn't many. Some of the realistic, it was realistic, I'd say about 60% of the time. 40% it was a game. It was enjoyable. Typically like more of a realistic situation. And I do like the action though. I like a constant action where there's not a lull and you don't lose the gameologist that's engaging. That was Assassin's Creed Unity. Check it out. Enjoy the game, fast movement. Check out Gameology on YouTube, Facebook. John A. Light I am, ex-Gambino Hitman. Watch Fear City on Netflix, my series. Thank you, everybody.